Hey guys, DMS here. Today I have for you an unboxing and my first listen of the SHP 9600. Let's check it out. So if you saw my video a few years ago, you'll know that I really didn't like the SHP 9500. I gave it a pretty negative review, but this seems to be a newer iteration of the headphone. Philips did offer to send this to me, which is surprising given the previous video I made, but still I said, hey, you know what, sure, why not? I'll check it out. So here it is, let's get it out of the box. This is basically the same packaging as the old headphone, not much has really changed there aside from the picture that I can tell. Got a cable and the headphone. Well, that was simple. Let's check this thing out. This cable, let me get this unwound. Ooh, that is quite a long cable. Terminated to 3.5mm on both ends with a 1/4" adapter that says Philips on both of them. Which means our headphone here luckily has a universal 3.5mm connector, so you can plug up pretty much any cable you have lying around that's 3.5mm on both ends. That's nice. Basically the same adjustment mechanism as before. The pads do appear to be a little bit deeper, which makes sense. I did hear that they made a small change to the pads. Same headband, same material. It's a little bit abrasive, but I mean, it should get the job done. There was some thought put into this. I like the fact that there's foam underneath this layer. The old SHP 9500, I got a hot spot right here, so we'll have to see if this one has changed that at all. The color scheme has changed a little bit. Everything's a little bit more minimal, it looks like. You can actually barely see inside here the words SHP 9600. Probably can't see it on camera very well, but it's hiding on a piece of plastic right behind this grill. Let's see. Same adjustment mechanism, labeled just like before. I did like how it was labeled. That is nice. Let's put this on. Take my glasses off here. It feels very similar to the 9500. Not really much different in terms of feel or in terms of build quality. I'm going to plug this up to the IFI iDSD Black Label, and it's going to be running USB out of my phone. I'll turn this on real quick. So I'm using the internal DAC on the Black Label, not the DAC on my phone. This track, the strings are a little bit too warm. I'm gonna keep going and give more impressions in a moment. Okay, this song specifically, I'm noticing that piano is causing the drivers to resonate a bit to where I hear some level of distortion. This is similar to the grain that I complained about in the SHP 9500. So there is a bit of distortion coming through on things like piano, on warm strings. Let's see what else we get. Okay, so my initial impressions. This is not a full review of this headphone. A full review will be coming later, so know that this is not it. This is just the first things that I'm noticing when hearing it. It does still have grain, like the old SHP 9500 does. It doesn't sound as severe, though, I think because the headphone is warmer and darker sounding than the SHP 9500 was. If I had to say, I would say this would be an SHP 9500 that is slightly tuned differently. Because it is warmer and darker, there's not as much room for treble distortion to shine through. The soundstage is actually pretty impressive right off the bat with it. The warmth can be a bit much at times, but it is also a very relaxed sound compared to the original 9500. There is a bit of extra bass, it sounds like. Overall, not terrible. My first impression is that this will be a pretty decent deal, I imagine, once the price drops on it some, probably when it hits around the 99 or under area. I believe around now it's 120-ish, which encroaches upon the HD 5.8X range, which is a tough sell. This does definitely have more soundstage than the 5.8X, and a bit better bass than the 5.8X. But not quite the same level of detail, and the warmth can be a little bit much, so we'll see. My first impression though is that I don't hate it. I think I'm probably going to enjoy this headphone more than I enjoyed the SHP 9500. But if you want to know everything I think about this headphone, make sure you stick around for the full review, which will be on the way. That's all I have for you guys today. If you like this video, please leave it a like, a comment, letting me know what you want to see in the future. And if you want to get early access to my videos and help support the channel, you can check out my Patreon, linked in the video description. You can also get an analog shirt. Those help make videos like this possible. You can get active in the community if you want to at forum.hifiguides.com. And as always, don't forget to stick around and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Until next one, guys. Peace.